Welcome. You're listening to The Radke Show with David and Melissa Radke. But that's the thing. You say, well, we can, if you want to start the podcast with talking about that, we can. But here's the deal. The people that are, I feel like, the people that are reacting in our society that are going so far as to go and bang someone are not the people that are listening to us. The people that are listening to us, I mean, you actually know our demographic. You know, David can look at your age and where you're from, and he can look at all that kind of stuff to see who is watching our show. It isn't those people. There's nobody that's watching our podcast or listening to our podcast right now that's going to go and harm someone because they vote differently. Well, so it's a waste of breath.
Well, you say that. I think the majority, you would probably be right. I think the podcast or a video or an article or anything can kind of go outside our normal realm and land in front of anyone. But I think all of us should be reminded that we should be intelligent enough and secure in our own beliefs that we don't lose our ever-loving mind because someone disagrees with us or has a different viewpoint.
Now, I have not. Okay, so I'm sure you already know what we're talking about. So Charlie Kirk, David, am I using the word pundit right when I call him a pundit? A pundit?
That seems like a news thing.
Yeah. Well, Charlie Kirk's on the news a lot, but Charlie Kirk is an orator, is what he is. He speaks very, very well. He's very spoken. He's very meticulous in his thoughts. And so he goes around, he travels around. He's definitely right wing. Phil, if you like that, great. If you don't, great. I mean, makes me no, never mind. But he's definitely right wing. And he goes to these schools and he sets up and it's called Prove Me Wrong. And he's a debater is what he is. In fact, honestly, I have never seen a presidential or vice presidential debate with anyone who I believe, whether you agree with him or not, is as well spoken as Charlie Kirk. He's just extremely well spoken. Some people just have that gift. For him to go into Utah and be shot, I guarantee you all, I have not seen the person that shot him. I have seen what I thought was the person, but they were cuffing him on the ground. You have the right to remain silent. I could be wrong. Maybe I was looking at a wrong news thing. It did not look like what we probably imagine is the shooter. See, we imagine the shooter, and I'm saying this knowing full well I could be proven wrong at any moment on the news. So it's kind of dangerous to say.
Actually, between now and when this comes out.
Right. Oh, for sure. My first thought is, this is a 21-year-old millennial who, he doesn't believe like I do. And I don't want to talk about that. And so they just react. But what I saw, the person being arrested, grown man, we're talking in his 60s. It is not maybe the youth that are the problem.
So what you're saying is it's the same thing you just said, but it's a boomer.
Yeah. I could be proven wrong.
But they're still going, they don't believe like I do.
It doesn't matter your age.
And
yeah, you're gonna.
And I am so ignorant. I am so weak in my beliefs that I'm going to lose my loving mind and my emotions, and I'm going to take someone's life. I'm going to remove a father from a family.
That's right.
Are you freaking kidding me? You do not have a belief that is that strong and that important.
That's right.
And I would even include whatever your opinion is and your relationship with Jesus, because Jesus don't need your help. He doesn't need you to back him either. He doesn't need you to fact check people for him. There is no belief you have that justifies that. That is absolutely ridiculous. I will say, in some countries, in some civilizations, that may not be the case. But today in America, That is not the case.
Until the day comes that we are imprisoning women and not allowing them to, like the Taliban, not allowing them to go to school and learn. Sit back and shut up, Marvin. I don't know. I just honestly, and I'm going to tell you right now, I follow Charlie Kirk. I like to listen to him. I just like anybody. I am so not well spoken when it comes to my political beliefs. So anybody on any side of the aisle that is really well spoken and well thought out, I just so appreciate listening to them because I so wish I could be that way. I'm going to tell you right now, David Radke don't even follow Charlie Kirk. He probably wouldn't agree with 100% of everything he says. But David knows, has it really come to this? This is idiocy. This is just absolute lunacy. This is a father. This is a husband. I mean, you're willing to give up your life to prove some kind of point that, guess what? It's not proven at all. I mean,
it's ridiculous. Like I say, I always go back to, in my mind, yes, there could be a mental health element. We don't know in any situation. There could be that. But for the most part, when people get into these screaming matches, now let's just take it back to all of us. Okay. So like you said, hopefully we don't have viewers that are loading up their weapons right now. But take it back to us. When we lose our mind and we fly off in a rage or we start screaming at the top of our thumbs, it always seems like it is from a point of ignorance. Mm-hmm. It's like when we're small kids and we can't articulate our point. So what do?
Bully.
We have a temper fit. We have a temper fit. And that is what is happening. Mm-hmm. And in case you're listening to this thinking, oh, they're leaning right. I agree with that. Or maybe you're listening going, they're leaning left. I agree with that. Everyone, stop. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Can I say
before we're blue or red or any other color, we are human beings. And definitely if someone proclaims, to have faith, what is our freaking problem?
I would like to ask you to make yourself clear on one thing you just said, though, that I immediately kind of recoiled at. Make yourself clear. What did you mean when you said, unless, of course, it's some kind of mental health issue?
Well, I do think we have a rampant epidemic in the United States. It's seemingly more than other countries of mental health issues. I don't know. It's because we have more mental issues if they're not addressed, if they're not in counseling, if they're not medicated, I don't know why, but it is. And I know there's a fine line. I don't want to go down this path, but there's a fine line in someone that is an innately evil person and someone that has voices in their head or
but David, they don't get a pass.
They don't get a pass.
You have heard of what's happened in North Carolina about the man the man who was sitting on the train.
Oh, and
stabbed a woman to death.
Yeah.
Okay. He has mental health issues. He has voices that were telling him to do this. They're saying that he was schizophrenic. I'm going to tell you my belief. Until there is a day when no one who has ever been diagnosed with schizophrenia is safe and we are all running from them, then it is not, you don't get a pass, because there are people who have been diagnosed with schizophrenia who are teaching school, who are holding down jobs, who are being great parents. They stay on their medicine. They eat healthy. They take care of their body. They take care of their mind. They see someone so he doesn't get a pass.
Oh, no. And I'd never, ever, you might need to, punish them or detain them in a different manner than you would someone who is just innately evil. But no, they don't get a free pass. We live in a society with rules and laws. That's why we are, the greatest country, because we have those. Are they perfect? No, by no means. But from the little bit I've heard about that, the system failed her. Now, again,
it failed her.
It doesn't give him.
He's been incarcerated or arrested 12 times.
Yeah, it does not it does not mean that he's still not to be held liable, but he has been arrested so many times and released so many times. And if there truly is a mental health element, wasn't given the care maybe he needed. So he's responsible for that. But the system, all of us are responsible because it shouldn't have happened.
Right.
The repeat offender that's a schizophrenic should not have been on that train.
Yeah.
So I didn't give him a pass by any means. But
now there is no doubt somebody that is listening to us today. Okay, Melissa, listening to us today, and they're going, "Oh, if I wanted to listen to politics, I would." You know what? Please turn us off. Please turn us off. Okay. I think that out of the 14 podcasts we've brought y'all thus far, these are the 47 seconds we've talked about politics. So shut it down. I could
take it back. This is our 24th podcast, by the way.
We have not.
Welcome to the show.
I didn't know how many.
But from this to over 1,000, 1,200 Radke shows to video.
In the mornings,
We're not political. We're not political people. And to be honest, our goal has always been to build a big enough table that everybody feels comfortable being around, no matter your beliefs, no matter your walk of life. And that is what our goal is. And so that's why we walk the path we do most of the time. But every now and then, you
just have to be like, everybody take a breath.
And I'll tell you this. I know we don't ever talk about, how we voted or what this, that, or the other, but I'll make a statement that I will stand behind because I've said it for a long time. I believe if the 10 to 15% of the far right and the 10 to 15% of the far left could leave and go somewhere else.
Oh, it would just be so awesome.
The other 70 or 80% of us, I think we would be just fine.
I do too.
We wouldn't be perfect. We'd be just fine. So if you are that 10 to 15%, which we might have on one side or the other, man, check yourself. Because if you think whoever you voted for, if they're in office or they were in office last time, if you believe that every single thing they do is perfect and you agree with every single thing, you are a worker bee and a follower, and you need to stop and listen because you're not going to agree with everything this president said. You're not going to agree with everything the last president said, the one before that, the one before that. They're all people. If you agree with every single thing, you need to grow a spine and you need to read a book. Sorry. There you go.
This is like the time that David and I were driving out of a Coldplay concert and the parking lot was packed. And David just all of a sudden whipped around and drove his car in the opposite direction. And I said, David, what are you doing? And he said, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. I'm not cattle. And then we were out of the parking garage in like 37 seconds because David did what nobody else wanted to do. And he didn't break any laws doing it either. There's a real treat for you. I don't want to stay super serious today because we have some things to discuss and I want to get to them. Oh, sheesh.
We might need to take a break.
I got to hold before you do, because you were so fired up just now.
Sorry.
Y'all are going to think this is so Looney Tunes. I woke up this morning. Actually, I was awoken by a dog like this on the side of the bed. And he woke me up. And when he woke me up, a song came into my head, a song that I have never listened to that I know of in its entirety, never once. Did not know who sang it. Did not even know if the words I was singing were correct. How does that happen in your sleep? That a song will just pop into your head like that? And you don't know where it came from and you've not heard it on anything. Do you want to know what it is? And it's funny that you were just being so like, whatever you were being. I'm breaking dishes all night. I'm breaking dishes all night. I won't stop till I see police lights. I'm a fighter man. So I take Shep out to use the bathroom. I come in and I Google, I'm breaking dishes. Cause David, I didn't know what the name of the song was.
I don't know what it is now.
It comes up. It's Rihanna. And she says, I'm breaking dishes all night. I won't stop till I see the police lights. I'm a fighter man. And it's about her man coming in and he'd been late and whatever. And okay, first of all, why in the heck do things like that happen? Why in the heck do things? My dad tells a story of a time that he woke my mom up on a Sunday morning to get ready for church. And he was like this. He was like, Annette, wake up. And that she woke up exactly like this. Gene, what's that song that goes like this? Like, why does music like pop into her head like that? It's just so bizarre. But then for you to be like, I'm breaking dishes. I'm a fighter man. It was just like, how did they know that this is what it was going to be like? Anyway, isn't that ridiculous how that happened?
It is kind of funny how it.
And I did want to like turn this conversation because there's obviously an elephant in the room. Well, we haven't talked about.
There's only an elephant in the visual room.
Exactly. If you're listening to this on a podcast, you don't know there's an elephant per se.
Those that are being entertained audiologically. They do not know about the elephant, but they will find out about the said elephant right after this quick break.
This episode is being brought to you by my new book, Chicken Fried Women, Friendship, Kinship, and the Women Who Made Us This Way. Have you ever known any strong, Southern, smart aleck, sassy, opinionated women? You do? You know my family. You can find this book anywhere books are sold. Amazon, grab it today. You'll love it. Now, back to the show. Okay. I'm going to give you the floor to ask me any questions you want, with the exception of...
I just have one question.
I know what your question is. I know you so well. Go ahead and ask it. It was going to be my exception. I said, with the exception of, and I guarantee you what I was going to say he couldn't ask is going to be what he going to ask. So go for it.
Well, what I was going to ask, and for those of you,
I'm going to get up and walk off. If I'm right, I'm going to get up and walk off. If I'm not right, I'm going to stay. I mean, I'll come back, but
if you're listening to the podcast, thank you so much for listening. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, this is another good reason why you should be watching the podcast. Because today, even during our little spirited conversation, Melissa was wearing a Panama Jack hat. So she is sitting in the studio.
But what were you going to ask?
Why you got the hat on?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, what did you think I was going to say?
Did you get stung by those bees when you went out to collect all the honey? That's honestly what I thought he was going to say. It's not a Panama Jack hat, though I do have one of those and it's hanging on the wall in my bathroom, and it is Panama Jack. I'm not kidding. But this one, actually, I bought it at Nordstrom. For such a time as this, saith Ruth. Or, I don't know, maybe Naomi said it. I don't know, maybe Shaka Khan. Who said that in the Bible? It was a woman. I know that. I know she was.
Shaka wasn't in the Bible.
Shaka Khan was not in the Bible. I don't know who said it in the Bible. I don't think it was Ruth or Naomi. I think her name was Eve. It wasn't Eve. You know, I'm not up to date really on a lot of that. Not scripture. I do read scripture. I just have a real memorization. David, if you could try to get me out of this hole that I keep digging myself in, that'd be great. Okay. You're not going to. Okay.
All right. So why are you wearing the hat?
You know, you guys, I voice messaged David on my way home, and, I actually texted him and I said, hey, I'm going to send you a voice message because I cannot accurately describe this by typing. You need to hear my voice. And so I left him a voice message, and it essentially said, we've been married for a very long time. And I think I've said this maybe twice in our whole marriage. This would be the second time. But I went and got my hair done this morning, and it turned out horribly. It is very bad. And I have had to ask myself, I've had to come to terms with it, but I can't come to terms with it. It's so bad. It's so short and so bad that even the hair that is sticking out underneath the hat looks horrible. I did show my stylist is not the problem. The cut was the problem. And I will say this, I do think she went too short. And if you saw, my granny, just before she passed, I have her same hairstyle. I was walking out of the salon after I got it done, and there was a woman getting her hair done by a young girl. And I guess this woman was probably, if I had to guess, I would say she's probably 76 years old. And I literally thought, that's exactly what I just got. That's exactly what I just got.
Okay. So it's the cut and the color?
No, the color's great. You know, we're heading into fall. So I didn't want the white blonde that I normally get. So just make it a little more golden. And she did that. It's great. She's great. I showed her a picture. She did the picture. She took it a little shorter than I probably would have. But it's just not the cut for me. And it's bad. It's really bad, you guys. And I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I live my life online, and David, I don't even want Rocco and Taylor to see this. I'm so thankful Remy's at college, or I would never hear the end of it. So how do I live? Like, do I just walk around with a shower cap on? I don't want anybody to see it. It is so unattractive on me. I don't want you to see it. I had to take something to your mother's house, and I refused to walk over there. Well, and she's the nicest person I know.
I haven't seen it other than the little bit there. I have a feeling that maybe not tonight, because you seem pretty revved up, but tomorrow morning you take a shower, you wash your hair, you get out and you style it the way you like it and those kind of things. I think you'll be like, it's a little short, but it's not as bad as I thought it was.
I don't agree with you. I have been on the earth as a woman for a long time. And I'm going to tell you the truth. This isn't going to grow out for about 2 weeks.
Okay. I was married to you when you walked in with jet black Elvira hair.
I knew it was going to come down to this.
And you walked in with confidence. So if you had confidence to walk in like that, you should have confidence for whatever.
Let me tell you something, David. I knew it was going to come down to this. I knew it was going to come to you picking out different times. Here, I want to tell y'all the worst my hair has ever looked, bar none, was when I lived in Nashville, Tennessee. We had lived there not even a year. And I took a picture of the Rachel. Okay. But I didn't have a salon. I didn't know anybody to do my hair. So I went just down the road to like a walk-in place and took the picture of the Rachel. And when I came out, David's words, nothing had ever rung more true when he said, that's not the Rachel as much as it's the Carol Brady. And it was Carol Brady circa late 60s when her hair was really short all over, but then she had this long, skinny flip. That is exactly what my hair looked like. He was right. That's the worst my hair has ever looked until now. This is bad, y'all. This is really bad. And I don't know. I'm serious, David. I don't know what I'm going to do. And here's what I don't want. I don't want someone thinking, I don't want my Aunt Melba being like, oh, so you're not going to go to church on Sunday and let people see you? Cause you should really, that's a sacrifice of praise. You need to go and worship the Lord. Stop. I ain't never missed church because of my hair, but I'm about to. Okay. I don't want you, my mother looking at me and being like, I just think that's so prideful, Melissa. And it comes, pride comes before a fall. I don't make a habit of getting hung up on how I look. I don't.
Cause you look good.
Cause I'm stunningly beautiful, but this bothers me. It's bad.
Do you remember?
I would just like to remind you of what your hair looked when I met you, David. When I started dating you, first of all my girlfriends said, no, red flags. Okay. But then one of them said, can you talk to him about his bangs? And her name was Casey Gillespie Eaglin. You know exactly who it is. And she said, could you talk to him about his bangs? And I have talked to you about your bangs.
And Casey still got a problem with her bangs.
So we have all gone through styles that didn't suit us.
But do you remember, what was her name? Sinead O'Connor. She was bald. She didn't have a lick of hair, but she was still pretty.
I remember when you told me that, Sinead O'Connor doesn't have any hair, but she's still pretty. And I remember thinking, I bet Sinead O'Connor is 4'2" and weighs about 67 pounds soaking wet. So she can pull it off. Okay. This is bad. But The very first time I ever saw David Radke was in freshman orientation. It was the first day of being a freshman at Southwestern. And he got up in the middle of freshman orientation. First of all, he got up and walked to the bathroom in the middle of it. Secondly, he was sitting on the front row. Why? Why are you going to sit on the front row?
Because my high school basketball coach said, whatever row you sit on is the grade you're going to get in class. So if you want an A, you sit on the front row. So that's what I did. But what else did I also do? Calling back to earlier when I said, I'm not cattle. I'm not going to just follow.
Yeah. He sat on the front row by himself. No, I don't know if you.
Yeah. So we're in an auditorium that's got 3 sections, the middle section, 2 side sections. For some reason, no one said this. No one asked anyone to do this, but everybody filed into one section and it just went all the way back.
What section?
When they were in the middle section, and the 2 side sections were completely open. So I'm like, well, this is dumb. And so I walked all the way down and sat on the front.
Of what section?
Of the right section. The correct. And
that's so funny.
Logistically right section.
In the middle of it, he gets up and walks out. And I remember looking at him because I thought how stupid it was for somebody to get up and walk out in the middle of it. And little did I know that'd be my husband. And he had on Z Cavaricci jeans.
Which were a thing then.
Z Cavaricci jeans. I don't know if y'all remember them, but they had pleats for days. His shirt was tucked in. It was hideous. He had it buttoned like this. He had it buttoned all the way up here.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That is an absolute
because your neck was that big around. He was so skinny. Mm-hmm. And he had because y'all know he's got all this wavy hair. He had just a doo-doo roll bang, just right down, just a doo-doo roll bang like that. And this side was up. Like Hammer Time, and then just like a doo-doo roll bang. And I remembered thinking, oh, I hope they get better looking than this. And then I'd fall in love with him, not even a couple months later.
And sure enough, he did get better looking.
So anyway, I'm having a hard day, y'all. And I literally, I texted my cousin Meredith and I'm like, I don't want to hear any of the voices of the women in my family. Make sure that I'm totally away. She's like, I'm totally away from them for days and days and days. And she's like, well, I can keep my mom away from you, but I don't know about your mother.
Well, I'm just nervous that this is actually going to come back to bite me.
Why?
Because if it's around the house, if it's around town, if it's at church, if it's online, I'm going to be the one that looks bad when I have to tell everybody, get my wife's name out of your mouth.
I thought you were going to say it's going to make you look bad when I tell you I truly want extensions now, so bad I can't stand it because I don't want to live like this for the next 8 weeks. And I truly want extensions. And then you're going to tell me no.
No. But
first of all, I could do what I want. I'm about to fight a man.
I'm
a fighter man.
If that was your plan with you and your little co-conspirator today.
Amy is not my co-conspirator. She's my hairstylist and she's great.
No, there's not going to be any.
David, I couldn't get extensions right now. You would see them. We're talking short. Y'all, it is short. David, when she had finished it, I literally said, because I'm not mean. I'm not going to be like, I don't like this and you did this. I'm not that way. But she said, you okay? And I said, David's going to hate it. And you are. I mean, it's very short. And you don't like for my hair to be that short. I would say it's as short as yours.
So, well, we can tell it's not as short as mine. But what I think is the last of the podcast, we do something different today. And you get up and you step off camera and then you take your hat off.
And let you see it?
And yeah. And I'll have my reaction for the people.
No, because your reaction is just going to be nice because you're nice.
Okay.
I mean, if I knew that you would be honest, because I truly think if we were in our bedroom, door was shut, behind closed doors, so to speak, you would be like, why did you do that? But I mean, even then he would be nice. He'd be like, why did you do it? It was going so well. Things were going well. If I knew you were going to be honest, David has not seen it. Tell him how I walked in the house because I didn't have my hat with me.
She had the dress pulled up over her head. So her
bottoms,
her tuchus was almost hanging out.
Yeah. So.
And you know what? I thought, and actually several people thought you just did I I don't know what you call it, kind of introduction video. You've got a lot of new followers on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok.
Stop!
And your hair looked so good.
It really did. You really did. We'll be right back after this message. This episode is being brought to you by my new book, Chicken Fried Women, Friendship, Kinship, and the Women Who Made Us This Way. Have you ever known any strong, Southern, smart aleck, sassy, opinionated women? You do? You know my family. You can find this book anywhere books are sold. Amazon, grab it today. You'll love it. Now, back to the show. Okay, guys, we're back for our little sketch game time.
Oh, I'm going to do it today.
Huh?
I'm going to do it today. I just need 2 more hats, and then we're going to see which peanut is under the
I am going to say this. If you watch this, as David said, audiologically, then good for you. Everything's going to be normal. But if you do watch this, I'm going to be wearing a hat the next couple of weeks, and it'll be a baseball cap or my Panama Jack hat, but I am going to. So just be prepared for that. All right, David, you and I are going to play a little game, and I didn't bring a pen to keep score. Oh my God, it turns me on when you do that. Okay, so we're going to be able to keep score, and here's what we're going to do. David, we are going to see how many ways, one at a time, we can come up with to say you're wrong. We're going to keep score.
I'm going first.
Mm-hmm.
You're wrong.
David!
Well, that's got to be one.
That feels like that's cheating.
It's just the first one. Excuse me.
I don't think so.
Nolo incorrecto.
First of all, some of y'all are watching and saying, no, but he talks like that. Nay-tay-tay.
You better check your facts.
Is that really telling me I'm wrong, though?
Yeah.
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That might be a stretch.
You better check your facts is no different. Then you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Mine just rhymes.
No, check yourself just means you're coming up against me or something. Okay. I can't even think what we've already done now. That is incorrect. Okay.
That's my biggie.
Okay. And my comeback is,
No, you don't get that one.
Why? That's a good one.
No, we are at 4-3. You're 3. I'm 4.
Oh.
Okay, we're moving on. How many ways are there to say I'm hungry? I'm hungry.
Mucho hungry.
David, you can't make everything sound Mexican and think it's going to work.
You can't just put an O on the end of things.
No, hungry-o ain't a word. Come on now.
I'm starving.
I'm famished.
I could eat a horse.
My stomach's rumbling.
I'm about to chew off my arm.
You've never said that.
Oh, I've thought it though.
David.
What?
I'm trying to think of what I would say. Oh, I've got to eat. Now.
Oh, what is I'm hungry. My belly hurt. What is it?
I'm hungry. My tummy hurts.
My tummy hurts.
Okay, no.
Well,
I've already said I'm hungry. David, just give up. You will have lost again, 4-3.
No, I'm not going to lose.
Come on. You only have like 30 seconds to give an answer.
Okay. This is one of those inside jokes, but.
So was Nay Tay Tay. They probably are like, what? But Nay Tay Tay is an inside thing. It's the way we talk.
So when I'm hungry, I say, dessert time.
Yes! That works for our family. That works for our family. Okay. I'm out of ways. I'm out of ideas. Okay. We tied on that one. No, we tied on that one. 4 and 4.
I get bonus points.
For dessert time? No, you don't, Donovan. Okay, here we go. How many ways to say I'm going to sleep?
Night.
I'm going to sleep.
Go to bed.
That's also an inside thing. That wouldn't work. That would be like you were telling me, go to bed.
How many times have I been laying, and it's at the end of a show that we watch, like the production credits? How many times when the show goes off, do I say, go to bed? And I literally go turn over. So
fine. Hey, I'll catch you on the flip.
No.
No? You're not giving that to me?
Mm-mm. That's for,
I'll catch you on the flip. David, it's like we flip days.
That could be somebody leaving work for the day.
Fine. Go.
So you didn't do one there.
Okay, I'll do one. Hey, I think I'm going to get some shut-eye.
I'm going to watch a movie on my iList. I won that one.
I got one. Ooh. You guys, I gotta call it a night.
Okay, I've got one. Mm-hmm. It's specific to one person.
Okay.
But I'll be right back. I've got to go to the bathroom.
Okay, we gotta give that to me for sure. Y'all, that's what my mother does all the time. She will do it in the middle of a dinner. She will do it in the middle of a movie. She will do it in the middle of sitting down, just talking around the table with the family. She'll be like, I'm so sorry, y'all. I just got to run to the restroom. And she will go and take her night pills and go to bed. I'm not kidding you. We will be like, where did she go? And she will be 3 sheets to the wind. I don't even know what that means.
No, but that means drunk.
Oh, so, she's 3. I literally meant 3 sheets.
She's under 3 sheets.
Okay. We have an exact tie right now. So we're going to have a tiebreaker with how many ways to say I'm thirsty.
Mazagua.
I'm parched.
My mouth tastes like I drank sand.
No, that's just a problem with your mouth.
Dry.
David, no, that does not count. This counts, what I'm about to say. This is how you say it. David, my mouth feels like cotton. I say that to you all the time.
Oh, so cotton is fine adjective.
That is, you've done our
sand,
whole life.
That's
how I say, David, I'm so thirsty. My mouth is like cotton. I feel like it tasted in my mouth like I've just had some type of sand. I'm so sure.
How about the ever popular Wawa?
Baba. Oh, Lord. Okay. I don't know that that made any sense.
Or as you get older, you go, I'm going to get my drink on.
I'll take a tall one.
Bring me.
Hey, let's end with this question. David, what is the thing I say when you tell me that you're that you're a little hot? And do it exactly like I do it.
Like in the intimate way, or you're talking about temperature hot?
I'm sorry, what? When have I ever looked at you in the intimate way and said, I'm a little hot?
You're saying to me,
I have a line that I say, speaking of like little inside things, there is something that I say because one time we were looking at apartments.
Oh.
And the manager of the apartment was showing us around and she was beautiful. And I was sweating like I had stolen something. Okay. And I was sweating so bad. And David would be like, let's go and look a little bit more in this third bedroom here. And I kind of want to check out what they call in an attic. And I'm like, oh my God, we can't afford this anyway. And I'm so hot. And then she was like, oh, I'm a little hot. David's was like, well, if you want to head on back to the office, we absolutely can. And I was furious. And then what did I say?
I'm getting swamp bud. No, she didn't. I was being stupid. That's funny.
No,
though.
But that almost made me toot a little bit, David.
She's a little hot.
We walked out to the car and we were just walking in silence. And David goes, what's wrong with you? And I went, she's a little hot. And now we say that all the time. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have you given us your review yet? Because remember how you told your friends, oh, it's definitely like on a scale of 1 to 5 or 3. But then I said to you back, you know what, Rhonda? If you put a 3, I'm going to take you out. And I said, put a 5. And you were like, fine, I'll put a 5. Have you done it yet? If not, that's a problem.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but the water store's here.
The water store? You're getting terrible at this. Thanks for listening to this episode of The Radke Show. We're going to end now so that you can go and love on your people. Till next time.